On the first weekend of November 2021, we would pack our camera equipment and make way to Rich Mountain for a weekend of filming KCS activity through the beautiful scenery of the Ouachita Interior Highlands. On the morning of November 6th, we would set up at the Heavener Yard in Oklahoma and then wait for a southbound to depart to chase down the mountain. Waiting for a crew at the fuel racks, we found a pair of Southern Bells posing in the morning sun. The pair of ES-44 AC locomotives are in charge of a southbound grain train heading down to Mexico. Our first photo location would be just across the state border in Arkansas. Next up is the most iconic spot along the entire Shreveport subdivision. With an elevated vantage point, a solid S-curve, the morning sun shining directly on the angle, and Big Creek adjacent to the main line, you can't really ask for a better picture. The Shreveport subdivision is part of the original route built by the Kansas City, Pittsburgh, and Gulf from Kansas City to Port Arthur, Texas. It spans from Duramus Yard in Shreveport to the yard in Heavener. From Heavener and northward, the tracks are classified as the Heavener subdivision. Several of the towns on the Shreveport sub were founded thanks to Arthur Stilwell's vision of a line connecting the Kansas City region to the Gulf of Mexico. Another popular angle in the area is the curve at EAGLETON. At this point, southbounds have finished their battle with the upward grades and are on a downhill stretch before the line flattens before Mena. Southbounds will throttle up to 40 miles per hour for the majority of the remaining trip to Shreveport. Following our southbound grain was one of the several TXU coal trains. At control point north Rich Mountain, this coal train will be meeting a northbound coal train. BNSF power is commonly seen on these. So if you're coming here for strictly KCS, just be aware that foreign power is almost just as common as Southern Bells. With the main line clear, our northbound coal has been given permission to come out of the hole and proceed to Heavener for refueling and a fresh crew. This northbound was definitely not short of power. 9 locomotives, 8 being KCS units, and a single BNSF SD-70 ACE were leading the charge. Northbounds don't have the burden of fighting tough grades on this section of the mountain, so they easily cruise at track speed. Due to this, we'd leapfrog the coal all the way to the Page siding, so we'd have plenty of time to make our way through the tree line and set up at a not so commonly seen angle. The following morning would find us exactly where we were the previous day. This time an oil train from the Canadian Pacific would be waiting for its turn down the mountain. These oil trains run between Kansas City and Port Arthur, Texas. Ironic seeing these with the KCS and CP merger in the works. On the rear was a surprise, CP 8757, the Every Child Matters unit. This locomotive is painted in an eye-catching orange paint scheme to tribute the Orange Shirt Society. The OSS is a non-profit organization that promotes the legacies of Canadian Indian residential schools. The 2 KCS motors were added to assist the push through the mountain. Ahead of the CP oil train, deeper in the yard was a southbound manifest in the form of MKCSH. Notice on DPU was another special interest unit, KCS 4859. Safety starts here. On the head end, we found an SD-70 ACE and AC-44 on the point. A new crew has just climbed in the cab and is waiting for a northbound coal train to arrive before departing. Concrete milepost markers are still common sight along the Shreveport subdivision. Many rail fans, including myself, enjoy finding these still standing. Back at the Page siding, we find our train's northbound counterpart MSHKC waiting for our southbound to clear. And we'll end today's video at the Rich Mountain siding. I hope you enjoyed watching the video of our adventure on the mountain, and be sure to tune in for our next video where we continue to chase this manifest down through more of Arkansas. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you somewhere out by the rails.